What if I told you one AI agent could replace the work of an entire marketing team and an assistant and a sales coordinator while saving you over 80,000, well over 60 to $80,000 a year, while also helping you increase your sales at the same time? You're probably like, does that even exist? Is that even truthful? Reality is that where we're at right now with artificial intelligence and the capacity of what AI agents can do, these specific departments in your business can be completely delegated to your own personal executive. So essentially, without having to spend, $40,000 to $60,000 on a transaction coordinator, right, every single year on all the deals that are your hard-earned deals that you sourced, you acquired, put under contract, and serviced, you don't have to spend that money to go ahead and provide that transaction coordinator all that revenue. Secondly, hiring a marketing or advertising company to simply handle in-house tasks that should now be automated and taken care of with Real Insights, which is completely in-house. And a lot of real estate professionals still spend anywhere between 40, 60 to even upwards of $100,000+ a year to handle their marketing and their advertising assets and rollout strategies. And lastly, administrative assistant. How many times have you literally spent your daily routine while you're in between showings and also having listings, that are getting offers put in with, as you start your day and you're ending off your day, there's all these administrative things. It's emails, follow-ups, and contracts, offer letters that need to basically be submitted, and they cannot wait another hour, let alone 3 to 4 hours for you to get back home and get to your laptop. And let's not forget all of the time that you spend as a real estate professional in working minimum 12 to maybe 14 hours Monday through Sunday every week just to barely break through maybe 1 or 2 deals every single month. This one super AI agent that is literally going to be hands-on with your entire business is going to help you save anywhere between $60,000 to $80,000 a year in salaries, growth, investment, because everything now can be simply automated and completely deployed into your business based off of what type of real estate professional you are. Okay, so I'm going to be going back and forth from literally just breaking down exactly what it is that we at instagents.ai are going to be doing for you and all the real estate professionals in the year 2025 moving forward, because we're so excited to share this, and whoever's watching this video, you guys are the first people to actually handle and actually get the first taste of what this actually looks like and how it's going to impact the way real estate professionals are going to be producing every single year moving forward. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Amar. I'm the co-founder of instagents.ai and CEO. And essentially what we do here is we help real estate professionals simply automate their business by installing AI growth infrastructures and super AI agents to help increase acquisition, increase productivity, streamline efficiency, and most importantly, help you get back your time so you can enjoy life and make more money. Okay, so let's get into it. We're going to be switching back and forth from this camera over here, and I've got this little iPad as well too, where we have a complete flow chart, and we're going to break down why super AI agents are an absolute necessity and why me as a founder as well too, how I use it and how it helps me streamline my day-to-day operations as well too. One thing before I start this, anyone that is brand new to real estate or has spent 25, 30 years plus, operating, producing, and putting hard sweat equity into the real estate industry, I think when I do talk about AI and things that are coming, it all comes down to obviously the regulations, policies of every state and also country as well. So I can speak very confidently for the panels of North America, Canada, and the US. And what I will say is that if you are not using some form of AI, let alone the things that we're talking about, which is extremely high level, you are going to get left behind. I made a video, and you guys can check out our catalog of videos down below, talking about, specific foundations, fundamentals that allow real estate professionals to stay top of mind, top of game with these specific things. But this video alone is going to be single-handedly the main thing that you need to know about how the real estate industry is going to change and how you can stay in front of it and make sure that you have the competitive advantage and edge so you can go ahead and compete and gather your market share, and most importantly, enjoy the game of real estate. So let's get right into it. Again, let's talk about admin, okay? There's so much work that a real estate professional, let's say if you're an independent agent, and I just want to speak to my independent executives that are absolutely crushing business, because they're our ideal clients that are literally scaling, crushing business, but they're struggling with some of these departments to automate and streamline. The biggest thing that happens, or what I've seen from my experience of speaking to some professionals that we literally work with, is that they don't have a problem with acquiring business, let alone that is something that they want to help increase. But if you understand, the more you get contracts, the more administrative work and communication needs to get done on a daily basis. So what is required of you personally, and the amount of hours you have available, and just the availability in general for, let's say, that first listing contract that you get, you'll realize there's a specific amount of time that you're going to allocate to pick up the phone, answer questions, get on the phone on the opposing side for any other inquiries or things regarding your clients, anyone else that's involved with the deal. You realize that there's just so much that you're remitting out in terms of communication, and most of all, like communications via email and just pulling back paperwork back and forth. And what I've realized is that some agents are really, really good at doing that stuff, but some agents, most of them, are dropping the ball when it comes to making sure that emails, offers, contracts are all being submitted, signed, and sent out with an instantaneous position. So when we're talking about administrative working, right, or administrative workflows for realtors and how this super AI agent is going to help you out, what we want to focus on, what we want to actually focus on over here is the ability, okay, the ability to go ahead. This is actually way too big. Let's actually decrease it. Sorry guys, my first time using this. So what we want to actually focus on is right over here, okay, is scheduling and calendar management. Okay guys, so the amount of time it takes for you to just update your calendar, and also, let's say, update any missed showings or buyer appointments, or maybe even just handling communications in general. We're humans, and what happens is that while we're driving, while we're in between meetings, while we're dropping our kids off, what happens is that our time to execute on these specific tasks are gapped out. And when you have, let's say, an intelligent AI agent that literally knows exactly how to handle your inquiries, your customers, and how to basically handle basic communication and not drop the ball when it comes to just response and updating pipeline and calendar, you're basically increasing your productivity and just your efficiency by 100%. Because the time it takes for you to get back to an email, let's say you had 3 back-to-back showings, and your first one showed up late, which messed up your second and your third one. Now you have a compound collateral effect where everything's affected. Imagine if you were to simply just inform your AI agent to let all of your appointments know that you're going to be around 15 to 20 minutes late. And if they can still make it, great. If not, cool. But imagine you were, within the time of just handling your first showing, be able to inform your agent, your next appointments, regarding the disruption in your calendar instantaneously. Imagine what that would do to your productivity, okay? Let's say while you have another appointment that's literally right between one another, and you're trying to make sure that everything goes as seamless as possible, that maybe one of your clients message you saying that they're going to be late, that you can just simply respond back to them without having to actually pick up your phone. And you just let your AI agent know that, hey, you know what? Go ahead and respond back to that email, as my focus is right here, right now with this specific agent, as I'm just servicing them. So when it comes down to calendar management, pipeline management, and just reschedules, your super AI agent, and we like to call it super because of the amount of language models and intelligence that we've fed it, is able to handle all these things very, very simply. And mind you, just having someone that manages your calendar and does all of your, all of your updates on that schedule as well too is almost a full-time job too for some executives. Like, they do pay a minimum wage. So now you're having that completely in-house in your business. Now, heading into the second layer of, administrative work and things that the agent can actually handle for you, has to do with everything in regards to documentation, preparation for specific listings, putting out, offer letters, handling objections with clients, or let's say, the other agents that represent the other clients as well too. When you have an AI agent that literally handles all of the execution and the documentation preparation, let's just say that you have to put out 4 offers in one day, and you live around 2 hours from home, and essentially, like, let's just give you a quick scenario, because I like to just make everything on a narrative basis. But if we're just focusing on, okay, the one aspect of having someone take care of, like, document preparation in general, what I mean by that is that it's going to be, your AI agent's going to be able to autonomously do things while you're on the go. So the whole reality of why agents that are going to win business versus the other agents that drop the ball on deals is speed, okay? And real estate is by far the most fast-paced industry that I think anyone can be a part of, and that's just my take. And I know that you guys are watching this video, you guys can agree with that too. So let's just give you a broad narrative. You got 4 offers that need to get put out by the end of the day. You've been slammed with appointments. Again, your AI agent needs to put out specific offers for property 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? Let's say all 4 offers are not for the same client. But guess what? Now, as it's going to take you 4 to 5 hours to get back home, you can simultaneously send those offers out before you get home, having to wait those 4 to 5 hours. You can simply execute and inform your AI agent to go ahead and send out those documentations without having to wait for you to get back home after those 4 to 5 hours. So now what you've done is you collapse the time that it actually takes in order to get your offer into the marketplace, so you can start to speed up the process to figure out if things stick or it doesn't. And also, you're going to really impress your clients, because the moment that they say that, hey, we're ready to put an offer out, the time that your client says that we're ready to do this, we want to put the offer, let's go firm on it, you don't want to take the entire day simply trying to do something like that. You want to make sure that it's autonomously done within a snap of a finger. And the reality is, you're probably thinking, okay, cool, how do we make sure that we don't make any mistakes? The reality is that everything is all broken down into workflows. And that's why here at Instant Agents, we take our time to build quality agents that literally understand how to create documentations and also create templates out of the buyer, the offer letters, the buyer, representation agreements, the listing agreements. All these things are all templated. They're all within a specific, let's say whether you're DocuSign or you use PandaDoc, these are all automations. So as long as you have a rough silhouette and framework of what your documentation looks like, your AI agent can pretty much speed up the process by 90%. And before sending it out, it'll already put all the custom fields in. Why? Because every client that works with you that's already under contract should already sign an intake form. And the intake forms are already matched and also monitored by, guess what? Your super AI agent that works for you. So everything is all streamlined. It has a full knowledge base of who you're working with, where they're at, and exactly what information needs to get put inside. And before it executes on anything, you as its boss, employer, and you having full ownership and control of the AI agent, what's going to happen is it only does things and actually goes ahead with it once you approve. So imagine you just having to get all that stuff done within an hour, and it gets done in 20 or 30 minutes, but you need to pull over somewhere, to check the documents and just make sure everything is all good. Now you've just literally saved yourself all that time. And now when you get home, you don't have to literally be stuck on your laptop. You can actually go do things to go and reset yourself and do the things that you like and just catch a breather. These are all really big determining factors on why real estate agents are burnt out majority of the time. And I'm speaking to the ones that are already producing, doing really, really well, but what they're not doing well is figuring out how to make the same amount of money, if not more, but spend half the less time trying to go and fulfill on that. And what we're not saying is do less quality work. What we're saying is let the things that can be automated and done autonomously by AI agents, let that workflow work for itself and leverage AI instead of trying to go in exchange human hours, human executive hours for something that takes artificial intelligence a split second, whereas it would take you a lot more time. What we're trying to really solve here, and again, I'm going to keep coming back to this as we go through each and every single department. What we're trying to solve here, which is really simple, is we're helping executives leverage things that AI cannot do on their behalf and have you focus on those things, which is customer journey, customer experience, and acquisition, okay? And everything behind that that doesn't have to really require the effort of a real estate professional, you can go ahead and outsource. So guess what? You can stay at the front of your business and you can continue to scale while your AI agent handles all of the trench work and the meticulous tasks as well too, while still feeding you real insights so you can make executive decisions on your business. Okay? So when we're talking about transaction coordinators, again, these are people that I feel like get paid proportionately well for work for deals that they shouldn't be getting paid a commission on. So if you're paying your transaction coordinator and you're watching this video, you're paying them a base and a performance, I'm sorry, you are bleeding your profits dry. Like you're literally just throwing out money out of the business just because you're getting deals through the door and you feel like they're helping you get them, they're helping you process things faster. It's very important if you need the help. But if you're paying all that money and you're also paying a base as well too in performance, it's really hammering down the margins of your business. So let me explain something to you. With the transaction coordinator, they're supposed to go in between title, lawyers, clients, and yourself to make sure that they can basically have the entire process and the deal come to a conclusion and everybody's happy, keys get handed over, everyone's happy, okay? So what that means is just simple management. And if you can break down what your transaction coordinator actually does and does for you, whether it's just emails, preparation documents, going back and forth with clients and just making sure that they have a smooth transition, you can have all that stuff being done in-house by your AI agent. And I get it. You're like, hey, but I like to run my business and still have that human touch. Guess what? This ultimately gives you more time to stay at the front of your business and look like a one-man or woman show without having to be like, hey, go talk to this person, or hey, can you talk to my TC? Again, people chose you because they want your customer experience, they want your support, they want you to be present, not for you to go hand them over to some random person near the end of their deal. Okay? So keep the experience at that caliber and make sure you can still handle things without having to pay an arm and a leg on the deals that you spent money, time, and a lot of effort to acquire and close. Okay? This can save you tens of thousands of dollars in commissions and salary every year. And I know more than 70% of the real estate professionals that I speak with always battle this one thing of having to figure out how they can pay their transaction coordinator less, because they're just simply dishing out a lot of money and they're doing not too much work, but they're just making sure A and B meet at that center point so the deals can happen. Okay? So now that we've talked about administrative work, again, everything that we've spoken about is all subject to how our real estate professionals want to scale their business or the things that they want us to pretty much solve. So it's all agnostic, right? Every real estate professional is going to have very specific workflows, standard operating procedures, documents, and by all means, your AI agent, your super agent can pretty much soak in all that information up. And when we deploy this for you, again, it's done to the standard of what you want and how you operate in your business. So please don't think that it is one way and our way. It is basically a framework that we've put in together, and you, as the leader, are the ones that tell us and we instruct the AI agent so we can create a holistic workflow. Okay. So long story short, anyone that's having admins do work for them and do all this stuff, and you're spending $40,000-$60,000 a year, okay, just on like literally like this department alone, you do not have to do that anymore. Okay. Because again, keep everything in house and make sure you stay top of mind with the game, because this is where things are heading now. Okay. Let's talk about sales, right? So a lot of people think that sales is something that AI should never get involved with. And guess what? I agree. If AI is doing all of your selling at the front end, guess what? You might as well not even be licensed, because we're not currently there in civilization and the human experience and how sales are done, specifically real estate, because it's probably the most important decision of anybody's life. They do not want to be conversing with AI. But when you have a pipeline, when you have inbound text messages and outbound, automations and emails that need to be done for leads that literally aren't picking up, and you have all these dormant opportunities that just simply cannot get activated, your AI agent pretty much goes ahead and handles all those meticulous tasks. So let's start in the most important part, because I think that a lot of people are pretty much here when it comes to their business, and how they actually go ahead and operate. Mind you guys, sorry about the colors. We're still getting used to this. So when we're talking about managing your CRM data and updating your pipeline, imagine having to never have to actually update the pipeline. Whenever an appointment comes in, and let's say you go to that appointment, that your AI agent can autonomously go ahead and update your entire pipeline with those 5,000 leads, and just constantly help you stay top of mind. This doesn't mean that the AI agent does the selling for you. What it does is it creates assets, nurturing points, and also helps prioritize warm to cold leads in your pipeline. And then most importantly, helps you come up with emails, newsletters, market updates, and all these good things that really help keep a robust, nurturing, and touch point system. Again, when we're talking about how your AI agent can handle sales, what it's supposed to do is remove all of the texting, emailing, updating your pipeline, creating these email newsletters and monthly blogs, etc. It's supposed to help you automate all that stuff for you. So technically speaking, when you have your super AI agent handle your pipeline, it has a third point view or a third point perspective of your pipeline. And what it does is it helps you make decisions, and it helps you do work and touch points that would probably typically take you an hour, 2 hours per day to basically update. And it's going to go ahead and automate and do those workflows and tasks for you. So again, you can stay on the phone and you can focus on the 4 to 5 really warm clients that acquire your attention, value, and overall pressure every single day. Again, when you're a one-man or one-woman show and you're just literally managing your business independently, you cannot run from one department to the other, back to here, back to here. Basically, you're just hustling every day. You're just working really, really hard. And yeah, you can make a lot of money doing that. But again, we're here on this call watching this video and training. Why? Because we're trying to figure out ways to do things smarter now, right? AI is going to give birth to billionaires or billion-dollar companies, software companies that are run by one person. And that's already soon to be happening. Like it's already on pace to do that. Why? Because what your AI agent is capable of doing for you is everything that you're already doing, but it's going to do it a lot more frequently and make sure it doesn't miss a single day. We as humans, we have emotions, we have responsibilities, we have random things that show up in our calendar. Sometimes we're just not able to do everything efficiently. But imagine your AI agent just knows that, hey, we need to do this work every day. And if we want to increase the productivity, we want to increase the awareness and the attention, that these things need to be done in the pipeline. And this is what Amar, this is what Stacy, this is what Adam has given us permission to do, because these are the C and B level leads that currently are not conversing with us. Okay? So let's talk about outbound sales, and let's also talk about inbound sales as well too. So when you have a lead generation campaign going on, when you're working with us, we set up call funnels, and we believe that the best conversations happen when a human and another human are both willingly able to just have that conversation. And if there's least amount of people in between that gap, it helps create more. It helps create more of a better awareness and likelihood of both people transacting or one person acquiring service. So what I mean by that, when your AI agent can simply handle inbound and outbound, it is simply just making sure that the inbound calls that are coming in, that if you're not able to pick it up, and let's say they keep calling your phone, that you can have your AI agent or receptionist, okay, pick up on your behalf. Instead of it going to voicemail, imagine your AI agent literally being there ready to pick up the call and be like, hey, you know what? Amar is busy right now, but he will call you as soon as possible. But if you can help me understand what this is in regards to, whether you're doing a deal with us, whether you're just looking to book a call, or you're missing an appointment, or you want to reschedule, I will go ahead and update that and make sure that Amar can call you back. Right now, majority of the business that gets missed every year is because we simply miss it because we haven't picked up that call, or we just don't get around to it in time. But what if, not even a what if, imagine you can never miss an opportunity just because you have a super agent that is literally hooked up to your phone number, and they do not allow opportunities to fall through the cracks. Imagine what that would do. We're talking about real estate right now, but think about higher volume businesses like insurance, contracting, restaurants that literally get inbound calls all the time. And imagine all the business that gets missed out annually because of just the lack of attention to detail and having talent or people that can handle those things. Okay, so with this, now I want to talk about the opportunity, the amount of time it saves you, and most importantly, how much money it can help you generate. So sales AI agent, this is probably the best way to actually make sure that you don't have to go hire an SDR, or let's say you don't have to hire another part-time agent, share their commissions with them, and then have to give out all that revenue. So you're talking about an additional 60 to upwards of $100,000+ in commission and also salary by hiring someone that can help you do more sales or handle these things for you. So we're talking about what it can do for you specifically as an executive, personnel. What happens is that you can go ahead and just make sure that if it's handling these things for you on a monthly basis for the entire duration of the year, it is going to save you anywhere between 8 to 15 hours weekly. And what it will also help you do is increase the productivity and efficiency of your nurturing sequences, helping you stay top of mind with every single one of your clients. And then number 3 is making sure that you can get an additional 1 to 2 extra deals simply by just making sure that you have a back catcher. You have someone that can set appointments, lay up opportunities, make sure they're not missed, sit in your social media, sit inside your emails, and make sure that new clients and opportunities that need to get converted and under contract are not missed. So even if this AI agent can help you contract an extra 1 or 2 contracts every quarter, simply by just being present and ready to handle inbound and outbound and be smart enough to handle it, you're talking about an additional 20, sometimes, again, depends on the state, that you're practicing and the price of the properties that you're specializing in. But you can look at anywhere between additional 60 to over 100,000+ in new revenue just by having this installed in your business right now. Okay? Let alone all the other things that it handles for you when it comes to like operating costs and marketing as well too. Okay? So let's get into my favorite attribute of the AI agent, which is marketing and advertising. Real estate professionals have spent so much money, if not pretty much just like burnt their hard-earned cash on like marketing agencies and advertising companies that literally promise the world, but literally only know how to solve specific problems that are, again, a part of a very large picture. And let me just break that down to you. Marketing and advertising is what allows you to gather eyeballs on your business, okay? Whether it's content, whether it's advertising assets, whether it's creating funnels, all this stuff, okay? And running ads for you as well too. All these things require specialized knowledge, okay? And with our AI agent, basically we've spent over $1 million+ with our agents. We've generated thousands of appointments, buyer and seller appointments with the same practices. And we've also pretty much removed the need for call centers and ISAs as well too at this point. So we've gathered a tremendous amount of data and insights on how to make marketing and advertising in-house for our clients and also help you get hands-on with your business as well. Even though we help majority of our clients pretty much launch their ads with them, we're pretty hands-on, your AI agent is able to actually understand marketing holistically. So let's just say, for instance, that you're an agent in Dallas, Texas, okay? And essentially you need to come up with an idea or ideas or YouTube video ideas where you're specifically talking about the up and coming projects, development projects in Dallas, number one. And then number two, you need to stay up to date with like what's going on with the city, laws, policies, and all that good stuff regarding like, the actual economics. And then number three, you need to also stay on top of, the concerts, festivals, and all the just human things that go on within that, specific area. And you're supposed to create a tabloid of YouTube content and ideas where it can fit in what it is that you talk about already, but also allows you to not have to sit there every week or every other day, try to come up with different topics and ideas. What if your AI agent can literally just go ahead and know exactly what the best topics are, the best community events, conferences, festivals, etc. that are happening. And most importantly, it's also able to tell you what schools are being built and what other programs are happening and what things that you can do for foreign investors as well too that help attract and help you look like a expert in your market, okay? Your AI agent can help you save all that time with helping you understand winning topics for your YouTube videos. And number two, help you script it, have it ready. And number three, also put into a documentation. So all you have to do is simply just be like, great, this is my time block for content. Let's go ahead and pick out what we want to shoot. Okay, cool. We like this topic. Script is ready, camera on, and we're rolling. So when we're talking about marketing, and this is the highest level of things that we teach for our clients, is how to use YouTube as the number one median to turn your audience into your listing or buyer acquisition machine outside of everything else that we do. But how do we make sure that the machine is greased? How do we make sure that we're coming up with winning content ideas? And how do we also make sure that we're not burning out with having to script these things? Because I know me just sitting here right now, this is natural to me, right? But guess what? My AI agent literally helps me understand, okay, cool. Out of all the things that our clients talk about or want to know more about, that's what I'm going to be making videos on. And that's why I choose to literally talk here for 34 minutes and share with you guys everything in regards to what our AI agent is doing and literally how we can obviously deploy these things. But we're talking about marketing, content and all that stuff. You can go ahead and pretty much feed all of your ideas and concepts, and your AI agent can help recreate all those great advertisements as well. pretty much like the ads that you most likely probably clicked on and landed up over here on our YouTube channel. It helps recreate all these winning concepts. And also now when it comes to advertising as well too, again, a lot of people spend a lot of time creating ads and then trying to figure out whether they want to use Meta, YouTube, or they want to use also, let's say, different medians as well. By all means, you can go and do that. But what you're going to do is you're going to have a time cost. And what you're going to do is you're going to also spend your hard-earned dollars on advertising. Again, advertising means that you put money into this ad machine and it gives you a specific outcome. And if you don't know how to do that, you don't want to gamble with that. Okay? So take it from me. I've spent tens of thousands of dollars on just testing things, and finally I'm like, hey, you know what? I need actual expert help. So your AI agent knows exactly what type of real estate ads work for every platform. They know how to generate your hooks. They know how to script it. And guess what? It'll also tell you how to actually make these videos as well too, whether it's user generated content or you can actually just clone yourself and just put out the content and automate it. And all these things are everything that your AI agent can help you do. Okay? And it's going to help you increase your productivity. Like I said, again, it's going to help you to get back all the time that you spend on creating content, generating ideas, and most importantly, trying to spot trends and also insights on your ads and the things that you're working on, so it can help you reinforce the right things in your business instead of having to do the wrong things and just spend all this time. Your AI agent that we deploy into your business is by far going to be the most important aspect of any executive in how productive they are and how they can literally compete. While others think that you're a team of 10, 15, or 20, you know yourself that you're just operating really, really efficiently, and your AI agent is helping you stay at the front of your business. Okay? So when we're talking about overall cost and amount of money that can be made when you have your AI agent in your business, we're talking about an additional, 6 figures in commissions just because of how reluctant your AI agent can be persistent. And number 2, also making sure that if you're saving 15 to 30 hours weekly on marketing, administrative work, and also sales stuff, you're getting all of that back. So you're saving hundreds of hours annually, which is timeless. And number 2, you're saving on all the commissions and all the salaries that you're already spending on that could be put in-house in your business. And then number 3, you're also increasing the productivity and the likelihood of you contracting more business because of how much time you have, and most importantly, how well your sales AI agent and its intellect can help you just contract more deals by spotting when it's necessary or when you should go out and do triggers for emails and texts and all those things. All this thing put together is an undeniable reality, and we're currently doing it right now for our clients right now as well too. I do it myself to make sure that I'm a very proactive, productive executive because I don't just manage one portfolio company. Like this is, again, this is something that I do and we preach, and anyone else that understands that either has relatively to 1 out of 3 of these problems or is facing resistance in all 3 areas within the business, it's time to obviously learn more about how you can get this inside your business, because again, we're probably one of the only companies that has developed this AI agent the way it needs to be, so it can complement the Realtors of 2025. So if you feel like this was valuable and you want to know more about how your own AI agent can work for you and how we're making it work with our current clients right now, go ahead to the top of this video or in the description below, book a implementation call with myself or one of my team members, and we'll literally walk you through exactly how this can work for you. And we have limited amount of seats and licenses currently available. So for the first 50 agents that we give this to, we're exclusively giving you our founder member license so you can get access to this and literally be our first batch of executives to use our top model right now. Overall, if you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe, And if you want more videos similar to this and you want to see real life examples of how this stuff works, just comment below. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video. Hope you enjoyed. This was a lengthy one, but I really needed to just make sure that we cover everything. And of course, I hope you enjoyed it. Keep crushing it. Stay safe, and we'll see you in the next one.